before I proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for some of you. So, by all means, just scroll down, take a look at the description. You will see how provided chapters. As you can see here, with the November 27, 2025 Rust store, we've got a lot of interesting skins being accepted. I guess you could call it like a pseudo complete the sets. Lots of late picks today. I was very surprised to see the SAP From Hell. That's been waiting long. It's been a workshop for like 8 years now. So yeah, lots of late picks, but I guess we weren't too surprised by that. Last night when we did the abnormal barders for the previous Rust store, we were questioning it because with all the recent submissions being made for the Naval update, which is next week, yeah, so we'll talk more about that in a bit, don't you worry. But of course, we still have some very interesting collection continuations. We have the Sinotype collection, Tempered collection, Señor Tomato returns as a furnace. But yeah, more specifically, number 17, yes. So, okay, that skipped ahead from the fuel box that we saw being submitted like 2 weeks ago. That's a bit of a surprise. But yep, number 17. And if we do see another one being accepted, we will match up to neon storages of the past. We've never gone beyond 18 large boxes in a full set before, so keep an eye out. We could have had Thunder Gold. We could have had Temple collection. No. Cocked here free. Face Punch looks at you and says, "You're cocks, chickens, roosters." Now, I think not too many people have realised, but this garage door is actually very useful, right? By all means, I won't blame you if you want to skip ahead to get a good look at this, because this has transparency. This also glows in the dark. With what you have right here, yeah, it's pretty pricey at $4. But with all the garage doors we have in the game, especially the ones with transparency, right? There's only like a handful of them that have transparency in the bottom. This is one of them. When we showcase this to you in a second, you'll realise this is actually super useful. Depending how you build your bases and whatnot, you'll probably take a liking to that. So, alright, no worries. We'll showcase it to you in a bit. So, yes, a pretty big Rust store. Some very nice looking skins. But the main question we want to find out right now is, out of all of these skins, which ones are abnormal? Just to make things a little bit easier, we'll point out the skins that are not abnormal. So, over to here. Bird of Luck L96, you are not abnormal. Cel Roadsign Gloves, you are not abnormal. Señor Tomato Furnace, you are not abnormal. And to my surprise, because this does have like an adjusted price, it's $2.49, but this is also not abnormal, the Tortoise Rock, which just so happens to be the first ever skin for this skin creator. I don't know his name, I'll find it out in a second, but alright, cool. Pretty interesting. So I ask you, the viewer, out of all these skins today, so many, we have a second page, out of all these skins today, which one happens to be your most favourite? Feel free to comment below. And maybe at the end of the video, answer it again, because after we showcase all of them, you might change your mind. Ooh. So, okay, looking pretty sweet. The Rust store rotated fairly late today. Based on my time, it was like just past 10. That's late. Like, normally, you'd expect the Rust store to rotate maybe about 8 o'clock in the evening, but nope, just past 10, so alright, cool. Quite a lot of interesting choices, but please remember this. The Rust store rotated fairly late today, alright? And we're also expecting it to rotate fairly early next week, because next week, December update, the Naval update is introduced, so yeah, typically with an update day, we tend to have an early Rust store rotation, alright? Please keep that in mind. So perhaps these skins won't have enough time to truly be sold, that much. And maybe a lot of people who are hoping to wait to the very last second to, buy a bunch of these, they'll probably miss out. Failing to realise that, yeah, the Rust store is going to be early next week. It is to be expected. So, alright, cool. Now, based on what I'm looking at here, can I just please point out, yep, Blackout HMLMG, very nice to see. I can't help but assume, based on all the recent Blackout weapon skins, that perhaps that might work out pretty nicely. I have a hunch. Sinotype collection very likely could finish with this. It could. Or we could still see the last remaining submission. We are expecting another one, though. The skin creator has confirmed he wants to make like an aquatic navy large box next weekend, or this upcoming weekend. I guess we could see that being accepted in the next Rust store. We'll see. But at some point, I'm pretty sure Face Punch will turn around and say, I think it's enough now, let's stop. We'll see how it goes. Fireflies collection is actually a very nice collection, as you can see. Quite a lot of the skins are doing very nicely at the moment. You only slightly down. We'll see how it goes, especially with another rifle today. But yes, this garage door is special. It is special. And a nice little comparison would be the dungeon garage door. But we'll talk more about that in a bit, don't you worry. SAP From Hell was a big surprise. That took 8 years almost to finally be accepted. Garage door just took over a year. What else do we have here? I know we have, yep, this is 8 months. This took 4 months, and over to here 3 months. Yeah, so we've had quite a lot of late picks today. Lots of notable collections is the main point I'm trying to get across. So we've got Blackout Collection, Sinotype, Fireflies, From Hell, Señor Tomato, Tempered, Bird of Luck, Factory New, Forge, Cock, Your New, Cel, and of course, Fault. So yeah, lots of interesting collection continuations. I ask again, which one's your most favourite? But if we were to look at all of these and question, you know, what could potentially be a very nice investment this week? Ooh, to be honest with you, compared to the previous week, I think previous week was a lot more easier. Let's just quickly switch over to here just to give you a quick little highlight. Last week, I was kind of frothing at the mouth, kind of questioning, oh no, do I even have enough money to chase after these skins? I just want to quickly confirm, and of course I am keeping track of what I'm doing over the course of the next several weeks. I was selling some Christmas skins fairly easily. It wasn't too hard, and hopefully it's a lot easier as we roll into December now. I spent about $400. I didn't have the money, and yet somehow I managed to do it. But yes, I spent about $400. 100 Olympus revolvers, 50 Popstar beds, 20 Sinotype drop boxes, and 15 Reptile Hunter backpacks. Those are for me. The extra batch here, the 5 Popstar beds and the 15 Olympus revolvers, that was for someone else. But yes, I looked at those skins and I thought, you know what? When we did the abnormal barders last night, they did look like they were going to hold up quite nicely. I know a lot of people are very curious about the Olympus revolver, especially with it sitting there with just about 39,000 subscribers. But even then, as long as we do not see like any competition for quite some time, it will remain special, and I just can't help but assume people will be liking it, right? Did you buy any? Feel free to comment below. Did you buy anything from the previous Rust store? So that's how it's currently holding up. One thing I haven't mentioned yet, we didn't see a small prop skin being accepted today. There were 2 options and none of them were accepted. Maybe it might change next week, we'll see, but wow, uh-oh. Is that the end of the small props collection? I have to wait and see. Perhaps the brand new boxes DLC might be a small box collection and I don't want to continue it anymore. This is all assumptions, we don't know yet, but anyway. Shall we now go through all these skins and question what potentially could be a nice investment this week? And, well, what looks nice? Blackout Handmade LMG. Last week, we didn't have a Handmade LMG. To be honest with you, there wasn't that many interesting designs, I guess you could say. But this was actually submitted, this was submitted a month ago. And it is special. This is our first ever transparent aim sight Handmade LMG. Now, regardless, it could have been a normal sight. I'd sit here and say that probably would be the most, like, easy thing to invest into this week. Blackout skins in general, they tend to be very, very, very reliable. Even the weapons. Now, you might sit there and say, what about the Blackout bolt action rifle? What about the LR300? Well, that's easy to answer. That's an LR300. That did 56,000 subscribers. Point made? And even then, some of these skins sold like a lot still, and yet they still worked out very nicely. Blackout skins are appreciated, and I can't help but assume that will be as well. Even if, and we have questioned this a lot of people probably don't care about the Handmade LMG. They probably don't use it that much. But if they were to use it, the Blackout Handmade LMG very likely would be the skin they would want to use with it. So of course, we're going to hop in game, showcase this to you, and you can tell me whether you like it or not. And here we are. So, let's just get a good look at that, and to be honest with you, I mean, it's a Blackout skin. It's not very reflective. It's a perfectly fine, nice looking design. Props to the skin creator. Now, of course, let's now hold it in my hands and get a good look at it as well. So, yep. Oh, yes. Yes. So, yeah, immediately you might notice that's a little bit more vision. And I think a lot of people greatly appreciate that. So, let's just talk about this in the past. Custom SMG skins. In general, people don't care about them. Like, on average, they go down by like 30% of their value. Blackout Custom SMG is doing perfectly fine. On average, Python skins, they go down to like half their price. Blackout Python, oh, it's like $10. Blackout weapons are appreciated. Even if it's like a certain weapon that people do not care about that much. Something like this, I just can't help but assume, like, yeah, I've got to jump in and grab some. So, of course, we want to see how many sales happen by the end of the week. That would be smarter. But honestly, if you bought some already, I honestly wouldn't blame you. Long term, it should be fine. Like, I have no issues. I have no, like, problems. And quickly in the night time, does it stand out? Not really. I mean, it's Blackout. I would have hoped the aim sight would have at least stood out a little bit, but hey, just use like a hollow sight. So, all right, no complaints here. So let's just give it a nice little reload. Looks totally fine to me. And feel free to comment below. What are your thoughts? Because I've got to be honest with you, this, yeah, how can you compete? So, not too bad. How about I quickly just grab myself a standard handmade LMG so you can see the difference. And there you go. Here is the default. And, well, kind of obstructs a lot of you. And, well, there you go. Read that opinion. Mr. Metatron has stated what he thinks. Yeah, yeah. I know we've questioned it quite a lot, but handmade LMGs, if you were to pick one, I can't help but assume this will be the one. We are aware that we have a Twitch drop on the horizon, but, again, that doesn't have transparency, so... Alright, cool. And a quick look at nighttime. Yep. Okay, understood. Let's now quickly stand over to here. Again, not very reflective. So it's not super flashy, and that's what we like. Let's just strike a pose, look pretty, and feel free to tell me what you think. I can't help but assume that's going to be the best investment for this week. Now, again, we still have a few more things to showcase, and maybe you'll change your mind. But, yeah, no, this is looking to be perfectly fine. Simply by being a Blackout weapon skin, I think you will be quite alright. Right then, so, offer your opinions, comment below. And now, let's go ahead and showcase the next skin. Look at this. It skipped the queue, how dare you. Right, so Sinotype Electricity is here. Get a good look at that. Elec. Yeah, that's going to be hard for people to read, isn't it? Elec. Right then, so looks totally fine to me. I have no, I got no issues, got no problems. Looks like a standard Sinotype skin, but yep, it's number 17, and it could potentially be the last. Although we still have another one on the workshop, and we do anticipate another one this upcoming weekend. We'll see how it goes. But honestly, do you have any other ideas left for a storage collection? Like, someone brought it up like a week ago. Would you like the idea of a cloth and leather large box, or would you much prefer it be like a small box? What would you like? And again, what other ideas do you have? Feel free to offer them. Not time look, just to point out that it is somewhat reflective. Not too bad. I mean, we've seen it with every other skin. It's been like this for about half a year now. Looks fine to me. It glows. It looks cool. I've got no complaints. So, could it hold up its value? Well, first of all, how much is it going to sell? The recent Dropbox took me by surprise because it sold next to nothing and became the lowest selling skin out of all the Sinotype skins. Yeah, it sold less than stone. So, how desperate are you for an electric box? Okay, so we're back over to here. Now, just to confirm, 17 skins in total. The value overall is increasing. Are the prices individually? So, I think it's better to see it this way in this layout. Let's just go over to here. You can see it for yourself. Sinotype Dropbox as of now holding up quite nicely, as is stone, as is wood, as is metal frags. Unfortunately, charcoal not so much. Explosives you did sell quite a lot, so okay. Sulfur's doing alright, armor's doing alright. The more recent skins, they haven't sold as much compared to some of the others, and they're doing better. As of now, and as I did mention a little bit earlier, if we don't see that many sales again, if we see even less, perhaps it'll just work out like instantly. I was pretty convinced that the Sinotype Dropbox sold far too little in comparison to the demand it had. A lot of people kept asking for a Dropbox. How come? Well, let's know. How come only 24,000 subscribers happened for it? I am surprised. So as long as the collection remains in demand, I do believe this could work out all right, especially with the possibility that this might end up being the lowest selling skin. And, you might bring up, like, how often you even use electrics and all that. So I think it still has, like, a justified reason to be, to hold its place. Let's go with that. So, yeah. So, yeah, honestly, should be quite all right. Let's keep an eye out for how much it sells. I think it will be a quiet week. As we get closer and closer to Christmas time, perhaps people are saving their pennies. I did see quite a few responses. Initial reactions from quite a lot of people. They kind of dismissed all of this pretty quickly. They don't know about the useful things about them. Anyway. Speaking of, let's now talk about Fireflies garage door. So when I saw it, I instantly noticed what it had because I've seen this before. I have seen this before. I know the quality it has. So we'll be showcasing that in a second, don't you worry. But yes, I put the tweet out just to, emphasize the point. We don't normally see transparency on the bottom. And a lot of people do appreciate this because depending how you build your base, as you can see here, I put it on a ledge, like, I can see through that. We'll showcase like how easy it is to see through when you're standing up and whatnot, but this is helpful. And like a perfect example of this, you know, a certain type of skin like this being appreciated, well, all we got to do is search for Dungeon Garage Door. So take a look at this. This was accepted, what, back in 2023, 2024? It must have been 2 years ago. This sold for like $3.49, and right now it sits here at $4.60. Yeah, Garage Door in the positive. Who would have guessed? But transparency on the bottom. It also glows in the dark and it looks really cool. But yes, that is a perfectly fine looking, lovely looking skin. But yeah, as time has gone on, it has been appreciated. It did take a while though for people to, you know, realise it. And even though it's not exactly doing the best as of now, it's still doing perfectly fine. It's still perfectly in the positive. So yeah, I just can't help but assume with a high price of $4, this probably won't be selling that much. How much did Dungeon Garage Door do? Unfortunately, I don't have a workshop link, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to go over to here. Dungeon collection, pretty please. Only the garage door in this collection actually worked out all right. Yeah. Workshop, please. Thank you very much. Oh, you could have just looked there. Anyway, it's more fun this way. 21,000 subscribers. Perhaps I should bring that in so we can get a good look at it and do a nice comparison. You know what? That probably isn't too bad of an idea. But the point I'm trying to get across is, after what, like 2 years? Yep. This is just comfortable. It's doing well. It's appreciated. Can we say the same thing with the future of this, the Fireflies Garage Door? Now, by default, Firefly skins, yeah, very nicely in the positive. This one's a bit funny, but then again, it was accepted early this year. These have been, like, on the Steam market for a good couple years each. So, all right, cool, fair enough. It's got a very nice screen design. It glows ever so nicely, but more specifically, the transparency. So, it is number 37. Quite a lot of these skins have dropped down in price, oh no. But still, even then, I think this might be performing quite nicely. How much is it going to sell? I don't know. But the lack of sales, oh, it only makes it even more interesting. So keep track of that. Let's now hop in game, get a good look at it, and you can tell me whether you like it or not. And here we are in game. So, immediately you might notice, oh, that's quite a lot of holes. It's a very nice sort of like, it's like a homely sort of fence. I'll have to grow my vines and the fence is also nice, but oh, what do we have here at the bottom? A lovely bit of transparency. So I was quite literally like sitting here on my stream, but there you go. You got people sitting here commenting on all that. The second I realised what this was, I instantly jumped into my, onto the server and I showed it and I was like, oh yes. Like I haven't changed a thing. Like I built that immediately just to make a point, right? I did at the dungeon one, but anyway. This is special, and we don't see this that much. And with its high price, I'm very much under the impression it won't sell that much, and therefore, as people slowly start to realise how effective and useful it is, it'll probably rise up in price quite nicely. $4 though, Hedge. Could it even rise up that much? I mean, well, we've certainly seen some things rise up even higher, haven't we? Yes. So, all right. Quick look at night time. We have the lights on nearby. Just want to showcase, does it like reflect that much? And to be honest with you, not really. So, okay. Yeah, understood. Oh, good. But can we like see it in total darkness? There you go. Quite noticeable. Not like ridiculously, but yeah, I'm sure you get the point. That looks nice. A lovely, serene looking design. A lovely collection continuation. Like, I was genuinely surprised to see that this was accepted. I'm not sure if I've done a short video showcasing it, but I'm very much looking forward to doing it right now. So let's now start showcasing the usefulness with the transparency on the bottom. There is a nefarious individual right there. It's a streamer, a Twitch streamer. Oh no. But yes, do you see how useful that is? Depending how you build your base, yeah, people like this. And there's a reason why, for a very long time, this has done pretty well in terms of retaining its value and being a nice, profitable skin. This Dungeon Garage Door. But to be honest with you, at first glance, Fireflies looks like it's better. Fireflies is slightly cheaper compared to Dungeon Garage Door. Ever so slightly. Dungeon Garage Door is what, like $4.50, something like that? And of course that's $4, so what do you reckon? I wouldn't blame you if you bought one of these Fireflies Garage Doors, because again, let's now take control. Immediately, head high, I can notice there's a foot there. What a lovely looking foot. And then over to here, same thing, you can just about, but I gotta hand it to it. This does seem to be a little bit better. And of course, when I crouch, I can see a head. And over, so, yeah, there you go. I can see you've got the kick hazmat there as well, so not too bad. Both of them are good, but I think, and chat, honestly, tell me your opinions. Do you think this is better? Or do you still prefer the cool design of the dungeon garage door? Because with all due respect, that does look cool. Both of them glow in the dark. Both of them look nice. What's your preference? And if I could just quickly roll them both. Yep. Quick look at night time. Does it glow? No, doesn't look like it does. The top of that one does slightly, but yeah, okay. Well, you can see it for yourself. So, alright, cool. So yeah, useful, effective, and probably a very nice investment. But also pricey, so that might be a bit of a concern. But hey, let's say this only does like, I don't know, 12,000 subscribers by next Thursday. I can't help but want to buy some. So we'll see how it goes, all right? We'll see how it goes. The recent rush stores we've had, we've noticed not too ridiculous sales and all that, other than the revolver. But yeah, I'm sure you agree. So, right then, let's go ahead and showcase the next skin. And next up, the return of the From Hell collection. So this was made 8 years ago. But with all due respect, this still looks very, very nice. So yeah, get a good look at that. A lovely style that we've been appreciating for like 8 years now, quite literally. So this was submitted a very long time ago, but it does have a noticeable flaw that you probably haven't instantly noticed, but you will see it pretty soon, right? So yeah, it looks nice, looks cool, and by all means, tell me what your initial reaction is, right? Because, well, it might change in a second. So, looks nice, shoots nice, reloads nice, looks cool. What's wrong with it then, Hedge? Oh. Ha. Ah, people can't spot that from far away, surely not. Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah, uh-oh. So, it has the flaw of, it's a glow-in-the-dark skin. A glow-in-the-dark weapon skin that you can see from quite far away. Now, we could sit here and say, well, I mean, if I'm holding a gun, you know, people are going to clearly spot me if I do this as well. So, yeah, that's a problem. At the end of the day, if you're a From Hell enjoyer, perhaps you like it regardless. Now, it does have a standard sight, which, again, I mean, it stands out in every single environment still. But then again, it's also a glow-in-the-dark weapon that stands out at night time perfectly fine as well. Yeah. I have seen some glow-in-the-dark weapon skins in the past actually still work out quite alright. But, what do you reckon? A skin like this being accepted in 2025... Oof, that might be a bit of a concern. Alright, well, anyway. Let's turn off the lights again. Well, make it night time. Just no showcase, doesn't reflect that much. And it's not too reflective, but that's not really the problem, is it? No. So, yeah. 4th best-selling skin at the moment. But is that going to stay the same? We shall see. Rush Store did rotate quite late. Let's see what the first 24 hours of sales are going to be like for this. Does look cool. I cannot stop saying it. It does look cool. It's just, yeah, you know, the... Yeah. We'll see how it goes. By all means, offer your own opinion. Do you even care that it glows? Do you still like it? Feel free to comment below. Okay, let's just refresh. I want to keep track of the sales. It's not really moving that much, but again, it did rotate quite late. SAP From Hell. First of all, let's just acknowledge that the From Hell collections are pretty big, but the majority of the skins here, I mean, you know what, I guess you could say it's like a solid 50-50. I would say it's a little bit more in the negative. But yes, not every single skin here is like super great. It's not like a Blackout collection, for example, yeah. But, a SAP skin. We've had quite a lot of those this year. Let's just point that out. So, BSAP was recent. That had a transparent aim sight. Down 24%. Life is cruel. You got Modern Military SAP, down 39. You got Croco. Like, every single skin, except Deep Ruby, they're all down in price. Would its glow in the dark make it distinct enough that people will appreciate it? So I do know for a fact a lot of people don't seem to be super keen with Deep Ruby collection, and yet that's doing all right. Look at last year's skins. Some of them are doing pretty bad as well. SAP skins used to be very, very reliable, and it looks like that's changing. So I don't think you're going to be okay. I think you might have problems. And at $3, wow. Maybe a lack of sales could probably help you out, but then again, we've got to see what the first 24 hours of sales look like, and then we'll question it. This could probably end up with less than 10,000 sales. We'll keep an eye out, right? But I'm having doubts. Rust players don't enjoy glow-in-the-dark weapons. They don't want to be seen at night. And yeah, until they're shooting, so right, cool. Understood. All good. Señor Tomato Furnace. So, Señor Tomato collection, I mean, it's a funny one, but it still, it still succeeds. It's still getting skins accepted. So, all right. We just recently had the backpack. Didn't sell that much. It's already down by 20%. This collection is odd. You take one look at it one day and suddenly the skins are up in price, and you take a look, another look at it and suddenly they're down in price again. So, anyway. With the arrival of a furnace, do I think anything here is going to change? I don't really think the door and the garage door are going to change that much. I mean, I could take a look at this right now. So what, you sold for $2. What price are you currently selling for right now? It's the same, $2. Yeah. Oh dear, oh dear. So nothing really changed. Señor Tomato Furnace appears, and well, that's it. Can I also just point out, with all the furnaces we've had so far this year, wow, Abduction Furnace went down by 41%. Ghost Furnace, it couldn't hold it up. It's now starting to go down as well. Furnaces in general, the most likely outcome is that they go down in price. It's rare to see one actually in the positive. How many do you actually have in total? 162. Well, that's actually quite a lot. So to be honest with you, I'm not feeling very confident with it. By all means, if you like its goofy smile, its lovely red sheen, I mean, by all means, go ahead, buy one for yourself. Like, if you truly like a skin, not everything has to be an investment. Buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creator, keep that skin creator nice and motivated, keep wanting to put out nice creative designs in the future. But yeah, I'm not feeling super confident, sorry to say so. Alright, well, at the very least, let's hop in game, give it a good look, and you can tell me whether you like it or not. Now from a distance, it looks like its mouth is just agape. But actually, he's smiling. He just happens to have like a very big hole in his chin, I guess. So here is the Señor Tomato Furnace in all his glory. Smells quite nice. Yep. Nice and shiny, in the sunlight. And of course, let's just get a good look at it. Night time. We've got the lights on still, and yep, quite reflective. What do you reckon? Are you a fan of the Señor Tomato collection? It's progressing quite nicely, but I still think we need to see like clothing and armor. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets accepted. At night time, when it's lit up, it does all light up. Like the whole part, like all of it lights up quite nicely. It's a perfectly fine looking glow, although I can see like the seam there. Do you see like the line? You see, like, I can see the line going all the way up. Anyway. Señor Tomato, you just keep getting skins accepted. I do want to see, are you a fan? I want to figure out, is the actual demand for him? How far will it go? Are we just going to keep seeing Señor Tomato skins being accepted like every year? What, like From Hell collection? Probably. I'll have to keep an eye out. But I do still stand with the idea that I just honestly wouldn't be surprised if it goes down in price. Lack of sales could help it out. Is that going to happen then? And that's why probably it is the best case to just wait until Wednesday next week, look at the sales, and then make consideration whether you actually want to buy it or not. So, alright, cool. And how about then we go ahead and take a look at the next skin. Now there is one small concern, it's just to the side there. What could go, like, what could be bad with a tempered bed? Well, we'll turn off the lights in a second and you'll see it for yourself. But first of all, that is very nice and shiny. Tempered collection has returned with a brand new deployable. We have the tempered bed in all its glory. Now if I could just turn the lights back on real quick and make it night time. You'll notice it is somewhat reflective on the front there, but does that really matter? Yeah, whatever. You can see it glows. It does look quite pretty. Is that the right amount of glow that you want, that you seek? Let's now go ahead and turn off the lights. So, yeah, right. So, yeah, the whole, like, mattress glows ever so nicely. At the moment, selling quite reasonably. But we've had quite a lot of bed skins being accepted recently, haven't we? I just bought 50 Popstar beds. I look at this and I question, is it actually going to retain its price? I'll be honest with you, I do have doubts. Now, as a nice little early sneak peek for what we could be seeing in, well, about 2 weeks' time, what does this look like? Ooh, Stop saying Sea of Thieves, please. That's OILRAT's Twitch Rivals bedskin. That is a Twitch drop that we're going to see in about 2 weeks' time. In the second week of December, this and many other skins will be given away for absolutely free. That is a very bright, very glow-in-the-dark bed. Look at that. The green is very nice and noticeable. And once again, I ask you, does it matter? Do you want your beds to glow in the dark, like, super noticeable? Like, is that a thing you actually want? Does it still look good during the day? Feel free to comment below. But yeah, that's your sneak peek. What you're about to see, getting for absolutely free. I believe that'll be 2 hours of your time watching OILRATs and someone else. And that could be yours. And now that you're aware of it, do you care about this anymore? I don't want to sound mean, but I do have to like keep you informed of what's potentially coming out and all that. And, well, still, even then, I won't be surprised if we see a bedskin being accepted next week as well. We did see some pretty cool looking naval theme beds, so, alright, well, that's a bit of a dilemma. So, let's hop out of here and question bedskins a little bit more. And back here we are. So, tempered bed, part of the well-established tempered collection. Ooh, yeah, I just noticed, like, the majority of the skins here in the negative. Oh, yeah, they're down bad. They are in the negative, real bad. Oh my. So, that's a bit awkward. I was about to give it its praises, but it doesn't seem to be as in demand as it used to be. Alright, well, fair enough. Let's just take a look at all the beds then. There is a lot of support behind the, you know, the Popstar bed. Multi-Visage is holding up, but it probably will still slip at some point. I have seen some collection continuations for dumb race car beds, so I wouldn't be surprised if that probably perks itself back up again. Regardless, I think it still could work out quite nicely as time goes on. It's a very fun design. But tempered bed, I've got to be straightforward with you. It's just a bed with some tempered on it. I don't think that's going to hold. And considering, like, oh god, but it's been 2 months and we've got 13 skins already. I bet you will see some Christmas bed skins. So, yeah. 2 weeks of Christmas this year. 2 bed skins at the very least. I wouldn't be surprised. So, yeah, there's more to come and doesn't seem that there's going to be that much interest. Being very realistic with you, I don't think it's going to hold up. At $3, I just looked at the price. No, at $3, it's not going to retain its value. I'm very sorry to say. I'd much rather just stick with a barter on that. So, yeah, okay. Sorry about that, but yeah. Abnormals can definitely help us out, but unfortunately in certain instances, like the Señor Tomato Furnace, with that not being abnormal, ooh, yeah, that's a bit more concerning, so, yeah. Tempered bed, we'll see how it goes. Maybe a lack of sales could help you out, but I say that all the time. But, you know, we do hope it happens. Anyway. Best of luck to the skin creator. Hopefully we see some more tempered skins being made in the future. But in regards to the beds, I think we have enough. Let's stop for a while. Let's now move on and talk about the Bird of Luck L96. So, honestly, I thought we were going to probably see, like, the Popstar L96. Version 3 was submitted quite recently. But I am happy to see the return of Bird of Luck. This is a lovely looking set. Problem is, though, it's a weapon-only collection. And that's what you tend to see. Unfortunately, the skins have dropped off. They look nice, though. So in a minute, when we showcase this L96 to you, I won't be surprised if you like it. But unfortunately, I do have to sit here and say I wouldn't be surprised if it drops off. Oh, Hedge, can't you be positive for once? No, I'm sorry. I've got to be very straightforward with you. I'm looking at a Thompson. Whoops. Well, I'll be looking at it in a second. Don't you worry. Protector L96. At the moment, it looks like that. In a week's time, it very likely will look like that. Black Diamond initially did look like it was to be quite alright. Now it's lost a third of its value. Before that, the Abyss L96, oh my goodness, it's lost 60%. 60% of its value it's dropped off, my goodness. So now you look at all of them, you'll notice that pretty much every single one of them is in a negative. Except the Blackout one, just saying. We mentioned it earlier. So you, unfortunately, Bird of Luck, immediately I'm going to sit here and say I have concerns. I don't think it's going to be perfectly fine. I'm worried. So, yeah, unfortunately, that is the case. But at the very least, you can get a good look at it. You can tell me whether you like it. And if you do happen to appreciate it, with it selling for just the standard $2 price, perhaps you might like it and, well, maybe you might consider it. So, let's go on game and give it a good look. Okay, and immediately, you'll notice all the nice, vibrant colours. The peacock feathers, very nice colour. Yes. Get a good look at all of that. Yeah. Looking very nice right over to here. It's got an interesting sort of pattern design. If there's a name for it, feel free to comment below if you know. And now, let's go ahead and hold it in my hands. So immediately, without scope, you notice, oh, it's a nice little bit of pattern there. Looks nice. Get a good look at that. Give a nice little reload. Now we'll see, does it look nice at night time? So, is the night light good to you? I can see the pattern, but I can't see the body that well. I can see it, just not like, it's not like super easy to notice, but at the end of the day, who's sniping into darkness at night? Well, I mean, it's Rust, people are crazy, so alright, fair enough. How about we go ahead and put a scope on this as well? That's an Alla Brigi di Pavo Real. Google it for some alright, looks nice. Aim down. I mean, what were you expecting? I'm spying on the neighbours. Can't see anyone. Oh. Just shoot blindly. Mexican art. Oh, okay, fair enough. Thank you. So, all right, cool. Let's go ahead and just quickly show this. Does it reflect that much? Not really. It's like a flat colour. All right. Looks nice, no? Right then, so let's go over to here and strike a pose. I left the furnace on. Anyway, as I said, very nice and colourful. Stands out very, very nicely. Are you a fan of what you see? Considering we've just had like 4 L96s earlier this month, including, of course, the kick drop from Trainwrecks, maybe this won't sell that much. And maybe it actually could work out in its favour. We'll see how, we'll keep an eye on the progress. I'll keep you informed. And of course, Wednesday night, this unfortunately isn't abnormal. Thank you very much, Cargo. Not sure if you heard that. But anyway, it looks interesting. But based on what we've seen... Thank you very much, Cargo. Based on what we've seen previously, with the other weapon skins, with it being a weapon-only collection, I'm sorry to say, L96s in general, weapon-only collections in general, it don't look good for this. But if it honestly sells like next to nothing, okay, maybe things could be sweet. But I think it's going to still sell quite a bit. So, no, fair enough. But then, if that's the case, we'll just have to see how it goes. But one thing I want to point out, I have another weapon skin to showcase. So, let's go ahead. I moved backwards, sorry. So yes, we also happen to have the factory new Thompson. A very nice metallic shiny design. But we got another situation like we did with the bed. We have another Twitch drop on the horizon. Maybe I might show it to you. How about we save it in a bit, right? Look in the description. You can see all the chapters. I will showcase a very interesting, nice looking Twitch Rivals Thompson skin that you'll be able to get for absolutely free. And it could be a bit of a concern for this right here. So this is just like a standard, like, nothing wrong with it, but it's a very nice shiny looking factory new style Thompson. With what we're about to see in regards to the Twitch Rival skin, oh, it's got quite a lot of transparency, so, ooh. Now that you hear that, oh no, he's interested. Do you really want to buy a Thompson right now? Also, I've seen the previous factory new skins. What price is this, chat? I haven't been keeping track of that, but yeah, it still looks nice though. So, nighttime look. Aim down. I accidentally switched over to the L96. Sorry about that. You know what? I can see it quite nicely. I can see it just about. But, yeah, it's still probably going to go down in price. Thompsons used to be very, very... $3! This Rust store's crazy. I don't think people will be spending that much. I don't think people will be buying that much of these. Not to say, I mean, it's not just this. It's like all the skins in this Rust store. Why is it so expensive? Anyway, give a nice little reload. It honestly looks fine. It's just, yes, we know what's coming out. So, again, a little bit later, I will showcase the brand new Thompson that we'll see as a brand new Twitch Rivals Twitch drop. Okay, well, that looks nice. I mean, I could, do the whole pose and whatnot. So let's just slowly go around, and you notice it's ever so nice and shiny. It's a lovely work. It's a lovely piece. It's a lovely skin. It's a lovely piece of work. Completely fumbled my words. Let's go over to here. Showcase it at night time. Is it nice and reflective? I mean, you kind of noticed it just a minute ago. Yeah, it's quite flashy. Look at that. And then, of course, let's go ahead and strike a pose. Suddenly, it doesn't really look super shiny. It's... Ah. Oh, there you go. Ooh, look at that. That's got some sheen to it. Well then, honestly, looks really nice. And, well, we'll see how it goes. Thompsons don't tend to drop off that badly, but with this sitting here at $3, that's a pretty high price. And I don't think the factory new skins have done a very good job retaining their value. And, well, we're going to have to go ahead and find out how bad has it been with the previous skins. Okay, factory new collection. Let's get a good look at you. And, oh, okay. Down 59, down 25, and down 36. That's looking pretty rough. And so, Thompsons, how are they currently holding up? You know, Thompsons in general. Well, you're down 34, down 46, down 46. Ooh, that's doing very good. Down 47, down 30, down 7, down 17. Okay, yeah. I would sit here and say the majority of Thompson, yeah, they are down. Yeah, the majority of Thompsons are down. Not down ridiculously. In fact, a nice way of looking at it would be over to here. We take a look at all the Thompsons. We look at them based on like price, I guess you could say. So let's go do that. Can I look at the most expensive Thompson we have? Yes, thank you. Over to here. Right, okay, Glory Thompson, $13. This is priced at $3, and it's already in the top 12. We have 76 skins in total. Wow. Huh. Well, that's a lot of them in the red right now. Oh my. Okay. And of course, we do have quite a lot of Twitch drops. So, okay, fair enough. I'm not feeling that confident. I wouldn't be surprised if this does drop in price. $3. Yeah, that's pretty rough. All right, then we'll see how it goes. But yeah, is this up to date? This would be more up to date. So yeah, this is so I've got 850 subscribers at the moment. Just want to point out the roster rotated like 3 hours ago. Wow, it's not moving that much, is it? Nope. Well, let's now move on to the next skin. It's a sheet metal door. It's a sheet metal door that came out after a garage door. Have I heard this before? Like 3 times this year? That is down by about half its price. Do you remember All-Seeing Eye? So let's go ahead and see this. Yeah, take a look at this. Garage door first, half in price. Sheet metal door second, down 63%. Oh my goodness. And then before that, Nuke Vibe. Now Nuke Vibe did get more skins, but you'll see for yourself. It didn't change much. Garage door first, down 62. Sheet metal door second, down 71. So are you feeling optimistic? Are you feeling like, oh, surely this will be the one? You know, that'll be the one sheet metal door that changes everything. I have doubts. So yeah, I'm not feeling very optimistic with this, unfortunately. And at $2.49, yeah, I'm sorry to say no. This very likely will just be a barter situation. It is abnormal, so we do have that advantage. But even then, yeah. Like, I put down like a $1 barter on the garage door, and I've already started picking them up. I should probably remove that now. Maybe it might have boosted up a little bit today, but then again, I'll look over to here. Front page, and, well, all I see is Olympus Revolver. Like, no collection that's had a skin accepted today is on the front page. Does that look like good to you? What about the second page, Hedge? Okay, we'll take a look. No, well, Sinotype. Yeah, sure. Okay, fair enough. But, yeah. All right, then. Well, let's just go and game. Give it a good look. I'm sorry to say, I don't think it'll hold up. So, right. If you're wondering why am I like lost for words, it's because I don't want to be mean. For what it is, it looks nice. It's got a nice bit of reflection there. The chains look pretty cool. It's just there's been so many instances this year, garage doors and sheet metal doors being accepted afterwards. And then we might get a bit of a deplorable collection set up, but. I'm a glasses half empty type of person, it seems. I'm sorry. But hey, by all means, if you like it and you'd like to see more of this, consider buying it. Support the skin creator. Keep them nice and motivated. Keep wanting to put out nice creative designs in the future. Night time with the lights on nearby. Yeah, that's looking pretty reflective, looking pretty cool. No complaints here. Total darkness, please. Well then, that's a super bright, super noticeable sheet metal door. The glow is very, very, very prominent. But, well, what price is it going to be in like a week's time? I'd say in about 2 weeks' time, would probably be about half its price. Well, would be surprised if it's even less. So, yeah. Got nothing against the skin creator. Got nothing against the design. I just know how you lot are going to behave. There will be more sheet metal doors on the horizon. Actually, in fact, Twitch rifles. I believe we're expecting 2. So, yeah, that doesn't help, does it? No. Alright then, let's go ahead and, well, showcase the next skin. Are we cocks? Alright, well, here we are. This right here is the cock tier 3. Skin creator has done absolutely nothing wrong. Oh look, cock strong. So yeah, cock tier 3. We are chickens or roosters, right? Just to, you know, showcase it. You know, I've got the cock pump shotgun here. I'm just pumping my cock, wearing my cock armor. You know, Face Punch made this happen. Cool. And a certain individual here, he said, Hedge, you know what? I know we don't have hoodie and pants right now, but I've got the perfect combination. And, you know, considering we have the naval update next week, he said, Hedge, why don't you go ahead and grab yourself the Seaman hoodie and pants to pair up with your cock tier 3. So, yes, I'm wearing cock armor with my Seaman clothing. Cock and Seaman, so... Are you happy? Is this a dream come true? I shut the wall. Yay. So, let's just get up nice and close. Observe the angry face of this cock. It's a lovely day today. It was a little bit rainy, but it's all good. This is what life is now. I ask you sincerely, are you a fan of this design? Would you like to see its very own hoodie and pants? Would you like to see its very own, well, you know, tier 2, all that? What other cock things would you like to see being made? Whatever cock weapons would you like to see being made? Rooster, chickens. I have to keep saying that just to, you know, make sure the sensor people are aware that I am talking about a chicken, a very angry chicken. There's a very angry chicken on this cock pump shotgun. Yes, no. What a lovely day it is. Cool. What a lovely day. What a lovely day. Mr. Dude. Unbelievable. The annoying thing is he's not wrong. I mean, yeah, there you go. So, stock up whilst you can. Stock up on your semen. Pair it up with your cock. Yeah, want to. So, cock collection. As you can see, we're growing quite the cock collection. We have 3 weapons so far. We have the armor. We're nice and protected. Yes, we are. $1.49 each. They are both abnormal. They are abnormal cocks. But you never know. Maybe in the future we will see. Probably see some more in the future. Some armor. In fact, earlier we're taking considerations like new skins we could see. Went to the workshop. I asked the skin creator, "Hey, do you reckon you can take an idea? Cock grenades." Like eggs. Mr. Metatron's like, K, he's a bald Chinian from Men in Black. Cool, cool. What a lovely day it is. I'm sure you just wanted to open up the video and just enjoy yourselves and just see some nice, lovely looking skins. And you know. We'll see how it goes. By default, you know, we would love to see some collection continuations, but we also question what's going to happen next. Because next week, I wouldn't be surprised if all the skins are going to be naval theme skins, boat theme skins, sailors, pirates. I've got the all I can think about is cocks. Sorry about this. So yes, I don't think we'll be seeing some tier 2 or some hoodie and pants for a while. Maybe like January time. We'll see how it goes, right? Because of course we also have Christmas. So next week we'll have the naval theme skins. The second week of December we might still see naval theme skins, or it might be just a regular Rust We'll see how it goes. this upcoming weekend, it is expected that skin creators are going to probably focus their Christmas skins, all right? So it might be a while. So if you want to dress up like a big cock, chicken, rooster, and, you know, you want to, play around with your weapons and all that, jump people at night time, have fun. We'll see how it goes. But by default, if we don't see a collection continuation for a while, there might be issues. Again, random pickup. This waited 4 months in the workshop, almost 5. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, what a surprise. Big cock. Let's move on. So what I'm going to do, for the final 2 skins, well, I've got 3 skins here, but I want to save that for last. I've got quite a nice talking point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the Rock. I'll talk about the Custom SMG. Let's go. I'm surprised. This shouldn't be an abnormal... No, this should be an abnormal skin. It's got a different price. By default, weapons and tools should be listed at $2. I mean, there you go, $2. But this is actually $2.49. And, well, if you understand, like, abnormals, an adjusted price would lead to it being abnormal. It doesn't matter. Anyway, Tortoise Rock. If you are aware of all the rock skins that are submitted this past weekend, I don't think you'd care too much about this. In fact, why don't we just go ahead and point this out? Oh, that was the snow. Don't worry about that. We'll talk about that in a bit. Don't you worry. Look at all the rock skins we got. Now, I didn't even... Well, when I made the short video showcasing most of them, that wasn't even out. Wilston Rock. Beautiful. But we got, like, a lovely batch of skins right here. Like, they're all good. I kind of wouldn't be surprised if we potentially see at least one of these being accepted, well, next week. You've seen this, I'm sure. Where you place your thumb, it's where he sticks his lips. It's a lovely day today. It's a lovely day today. So, back over to here. Yes, Tortoise Rock, by all means, you do look quite nice, and we'll see you in a second. But I don't think it's going to be perfectly fine. Again, look at all the rock skins as of recent. How many of them are actually in the positive? You got 1, you got 2, and that's it. So far this year, we had the Baby Hippo Rock, and I bought a lot of these. I thought that would work out quite all right. Good job, Hedge. Anyway, Sloth Rock, B Rock, Deep Ruby, Ultramarine, that thing. 2 of them are in the positive. 1's only slightly in the negative, only slightly. It's basically evens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 not doing very well. And also, wow, look at all the drops and the special rock skins we've had so far this year. Anyway. That's fine, that's cool, but I'm kind of having, like, questionable thoughts. At $2.49, are you actually going to retain your value? Or, the next question, are you even going to sell that much? We've said that a lot throughout all this video, but I am genuinely questioning, is it even going to sell that much? We're about 3 hours in, only 700 subscribers. Europe will be around, about 20 or so hours, so we'll see what happens then, but, like, I think it might not sell that much. If it doesn't sell like 10k, I mean, yeah, that might be pretty interesting. So we'll see how it goes. All right, let's hop on game, give it a good look. We'll give this a good look, and then we'll talk more about that in a bit as well. Okay, so where's his head? I don't think he has a head. Well, that's probably not a fun way to live. Right, well, okay, cool. Nighttime. Just want to point out, does it like glow in the dark or anything? Nothing from what I can see there. Just hold on my hands. Give it a nice little inspection. Quite reflective from the sunlight. Nighttime look. No glow. Alright, well, cool. Not going to complain about that. But yeah, not even like a hole or anything. Just to kind of show like he's just hiding his head. I don't know. Anyway, nighttime look. Yep. A nice and shiny turtle shell. Tortoise, right, remember? So, alright, cool. And I'll just strike a pose. I look pretty. And there you go. Seriously though, where is his head? Well, if you like it, by all means, go ahead, buy it. This is the first ever skin acceptance for the skin creator. I should have caught his name, sorry about that, but yeah. Maybe we could get like a Tortoise collection. Well, probably not for a while because, of course, well, it's a bit busy these next upcoming Rust Wars, isn't it? So, all right, we'll see how it goes. But for now, go for the comment below if you like it. But we might be seeing more interesting rocks next week. And here we have the Fort Custom SMG. We're in a bit of a streak. This collection just keeps getting more and more skins accepted. And I will hand it to the skin creator. They do look nice. They're just not really catching on with people. Unfortunately, all the weapons, they're going down in price, aren't they? Yeah. A nice little reload. Looking very pretty. How's it look at night time? Well then. Now, can someone just please tell me, this isn't selling for like $5, is it? I should have checked beforehand, but unfortunately, and I did mention it earlier, custom SMGs, they do drop off pretty easily. When I mentioned like the success of Blackout collection, with the only custom SMG as of recent times being the Blackout custom SMG that's actually in the positive, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this also drops off. Like, it really, really, really wouldn't be surprising. So, I mean, at the very least, get a good look at its design in third person as well. It looks nice. Skin Creator is doing a fantastic job, and I'd like to see a handmade LMG. I'd like to see, like, honestly, deplorables. So if he's watching, please consider it. You're doing a very good job. And you might have to take a bit of a break at the moment, though. Again, like Christmas. But keep up the good work. You're not doing anything wrong. Ace Punch likes your skins. I'm sure some people out there do, but unfortunately, the prices. So, yeah, we're going to have to hop out of here in a bit and, you know, get a good look at all the recent custom SMGs. Let's just now turn around, showcase this at night. Is it reflective? And yes, the gemstone stands out very nicely. Get a good look at that. So, yeah, looking very nice. I struck a pose. I look pretty. Boom. So, yeah, what would you like to see being made? He keeps getting skins accepted, so clearly, you know, Ace Punch thinks they're doing a good job. But what would you, the viewer, what would you like to see being made next? Go for the comment below. Now, let's hop out of here and take a look at all the custom SMG skins that have been accepted, like over the past 3 years or so. Okay, let's get a good look at the custom SMG skins. Oh, well, that doesn't look very promising, does it? No. Recent Halloween skin, Ghost Halloween, down 47%. Ruin SMG, this has transparency. Down 17. Lunar Snake Ham, yeah, it's just not looking pretty. So, like, for the past 3 years, not looking nice. Blackout Custom SMG, up 40%. The magic of Blackout collection, so yeah, there you go. Wow. Okay, yeah, like the vast majority, all of them down in price. And on average, I would say about a third, maybe a bit more, about half the price. So, unfortunately, full custom SMG, you're just not looking like you're in a very good position right now. No. Wow, even the Thompson's dropped off pretty badly as well. So yeah, $2.49. That's not looking very nice. And Frankie, as you just said, he just mentioned it as we were taking a little bit of a break. Tortoise collection probably would appreciate, yep. Shell backpack maybe, yeah. What do you reckon? That might be pretty cool. So, alright, cool. Now, for last, we have Cel Roadsign Gloves. I saved this for last for a good reason, and you're going to see it for yourself. In the past, you might recall we had the Temple collection, didn't we? With the Temple Tier 3. And, well, quite enthusiastic, wasn't I? I thought, oh, wow. We got ourselves a very nice budget green option. With the gloves right here, I'm happy to point out that we have some very approachable, very affordable green Roadsign Gloves. So, you know, when I was showcasing the Temple Tier 3, I was making a big fuss about, there you go, tank armor gloves. Well, by making a big fuss about it, people noticed it and people bought it. That went up to about, what, $7 at one point? I swear it was like $9, but anyway. Right now it's about $5.50. I don't think many people here can sit down and say, you know what, I'm more than happy to spend $5.50 on just a pair of Roadsign Gloves. And then if we could just scroll down to really set the tone, Forest Raiders Roadsign Gloves, almost $40. So that's pretty ridiculous. Yeah. So I think we kind of set the tone. Cel Roadsign Gloves could be appreciated, especially with them sitting here at 99 cents. And to my surprise, they are the second lowest selling skin as of now. Quick refresh. Yeah, it's slowly plodding along. We're getting close to about 4 hours since the set, you know, the rust rotated. But yeah, in the past, I've talked about like budget options for green clothing armor. Cel Roadsign Kilt is a great option for a green kilt. Yeah, you could still look at like Reptile Hunter. You could look at like the fish kilt, but this is also a very good option. And it's actually sitting, yeah, it's in a very good spot right there as well, isn't it? Looking very nice. So if people have appreciated this, and well, you know what? With the gloves being accepted today, has the Cel collection actually gone up in price? Hedge just casually passes the seaman. But yes, the kilt has gone up. Yeah, there's been a bit of a buyout today. And it does make sense. So, alright, cool. That's nice to see. But before, like, we saw the acceptance, this kilt was just basically $1, right? So before this all happened, it was $1. And, you know, when this rust was rotated, and maybe a week after that, I won't be surprised if this probably goes back down again. It didn't really sell that much For a very long time, it wasn't selling very nicely. But once people realised, oh, hang on a minute, you can use that for a very nice budget green option. Yeah, it did work out. And so I feel like that logic will apply to the Roadsign Gloves here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hop in game. We're going to get a good look because, of course, the Forest Raider's sitting here. It's got to be about $400 at the moment. It's always slowly rising. So if you exclude this, we're about $380. That is absolute madness. But then, as I've already mentioned, Temple Tier 3 comes out. And yeah, it only costs like $2 a piece. Now it's like $2.40 and $2.70, $2.80. But still, when it came out, that's when we started questioning everything. And to this day, we still question why haven't we seen hoodie and pants in the Tier 2? Anyway, so how about we hop in game? I'll just show you how it like looks, and yeah, we'll get a good idea if it actually works. Okay, let's get up nice and close. Got an electric bolt right there. Nice cell shaded design. Ah, cell for electricity. So it goes, it's a double entendre. That's clever. That's smart. Let's just pull back a bit. Get up nice and close. See the interior. So, yep. Whilst you've got a bit of red and you've got a bit of yellow there, you're only going to really notice that sort of side of it. And that's perfectly fine looking dark green. So, I mentioned Reptile Hunter earlier, but the reason for that is because we've never seen Reptile Hunter boots and gloves being accepted. Now we've got a perfectly fine option for some dark green Roadsign Gloves. I'll keep my booties on, so how about I go ahead and just quickly put on some Reptile Hunter. Okay, so I can tell what your first impression will be. Oh, the green doesn't match up. Shut up. When you're a shaded area in the jungle, that'll still be totally fine. Now, in the past, in regards to gloves, I have, like said, maybe some, you could just wear general, normal, dark gloves. You could just wear tack gloves in general. They still will work perfectly fine. Low P sits there and says it's the Borderland gloves. Yeah, Borderlands gloves are pretty funny. Yeah, cel-shaded, but we don't have any Reptile Hunter boots and gloves. This honestly looks like it's a perfectly fine option. It's just a bit of shade, so I guess you could do this. Could make it maybe a little bit more darker. There you go. Does it stand out that much anymore? What do you reckon? Quick switch to here. There you go. Still, yeah, that still blends in quite nicely. Just a bit of shade. That honestly doesn't look like it's too much of a problem. Again, if you're just looking from one side, you're not going to really notice the yellow that much. If anything, the body of what he wears, yeah, it's already kind of shiny. So, right, cool. So, yeah, Reptile Hunter is still like a perfectly fine option to consider. But you can go cheaper than that, can't you? And so, as you'll see, Temple Tier 3, we have the Flashbacks hoodie and pants. And now, I've got to be honest with you, now that actually looks to be a perfectly fine replacement. During the day, that might be better in like fields and whatnot. But, in the jungle, it's a bit debatable. Yes, the gloves do still stand out quite a bit. But you still will save quite a lot. And again, in just a little bit of shade. So once again, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. So, yeah. 99 cents. Would you consider it? Or would you rather spend $5 and 10 combo gloves? Which we already know already do a pretty decent job. So feel free to comment below off your opinions. Feel free to tell me what you think. But I think that's fine. At the end of this year, at some point next month, I will be taking a bit of a break from streaming. And I am considering like showcasing some nice budget options. So green camouflage, white camouflage, desert camouflage. I want to test some things out. People have been asking me about this, and I honestly think that's a welcome addition. Now just giving us a little spin around. Whee! But yes. Do you honestly hate it? Or are you totally fine with it? So, yeah, opinions please. And, well, I'll be honest with you. For the price, I can't complain. And I honestly think that probably might be a very nice option. And, well, probably won't be sitting here and staying at 99 cents forever. Especially at the current rate of sales it's, it's currently at. So, feel free to comment below your opinions. And let's see how budget camouflage options progress in the future. So we'll see how this progresses. But again, 99 cents. Tank armor, $5.50. Forest Raiders Roadsign Gloves, $40. We'll see how it goes. It is interesting. A lack of sales only makes it more interesting. But, you know, we've kind of said that for all the skins. Throughout the whole video, we've kind of said that. So, all right, we'll see how it goes. And so that was basically, that was a pretty big rush store. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, quite a lot of skins in total. We got 14 skins in total. And next week, I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially see even more. So let's just kind of give you a bit of a preview for next week. As you can see here, in my most recent batch of my Rust Workshop skin checks, you'll see some very interesting, very cool designs. So first of all, let's just point this out. The brand new Skinnable for December 2025 is, of course, the tactical gloves. We've mentioned this already. But the focused item of the month is the snow jacket. And we have seen some very cool, very nice looking designs. So, Naval update. Mr. Zink has made the Sunken Captain jacket and miner hat. And I've got to hand it to him. That looks really, really cool. So, maybe we'll see that next week. I'm not sure if we'll still see some, like, standard skins. Training snow jacket. But, of course, Naval updates next week. But, of course, tactical gloves, the brand new Skinnable. You'd like to see, like, some brand new skins being accepted. I'd just like to point out, the previous week, Mishka also made training tactical gloves. Huh. What do you reckon? There's also a pretty interesting question of, like, if either of these were to be accepted, and of course, if you acknowledge that the training collection is like a complete collection in regards to clothing and armor, is that actually going to have an impact on all the clothing and armor skins we have here? If we were to see a pair of tactical gloves being accepted, would that spike them on spike in price? If we were to see the snow jacket being accepted, would that spike them on spike in price? I don't know. We've never seen something like this before. Snow jackets are like rare. Snow jacket, here you go, take a look at this, and there you go. Only 7 skins in total. That's certainly interesting. I'm not sure if these 2 skins are going to stay super valuable. Well, then again, they're like sold hardly anything. So anyway, focusing back over to here. So next week, of course, lots of very, very interesting aquatic, boat, sailor, pirate theme skins. Yeah, good look at this. Made a nice little short video showcasing this. I'll probably have it uploaded at some point over the course of the next few days. This is like a sequel version to what Mad Polly made like 8 years ago. You'll see the short video, you'll see it for yourself. But yes, lots of very nice, very awesome, lovely looking skins. Like I was mentioning, I wouldn't be surprised to see potentially a very cool looking furnace next week. I'm giving it to Mr. Fresh and Somebody Stop Me. This impressed me the most. I feel like this is the most creative and reasonable option. And then you look over to here and you have the jellyfish furnace, which just look at it. I respect him for doing it because we needed to see someone take it too far. But yeah, that's just funny. A completely transparent furnace that glows ever so nicely because it's a jellyfish. The fire is literally just floating there. So, cool. So I'm not really expecting the jellyfish furnace. I'd be surprised if it were. But yes, lots of very cool, very nice, lovely looking skins. Do not be surprised if we have a very big Rust store next week. The big question is, though, what do we see for the second week of December? I still do not know. But I can confirm we have seen some very interesting diver tactical gloves. That's very applicable. That's awesome. And everybody already has the scuba stuff, right? So props to these 2 skin creators. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, who knows what potentially could be accepted. But I've got to sit here and say, I am the very model of a modern Major General, dude. That's awesome. I love it. I know a lot of people greatly appreciate that as well. So yeah, just keep an eye out. A very interesting batch of skins will be accepted next week. And of course, the Naval update. So if I could just quickly go over to here, I just want to remind you that a charity event is taking place. Jack Shepherd, Becca something, the Medieval Rust Armada event will be taking place. They've set it up. There's like apparently 1,000 people whitelisted, and yours truly is in it. I'm going to sink. I'm going to sink a lot, but you can come and watch me. It's all for a good cause. I believe there'll be like a tiltify and whatnot. So next week, whilst I'm waiting for the brand new skins, we could be miserable, and you can watch me sink. But yeah, it's all for a good cause. It's part of Jingle Jam. So this is my first time kind of being involved with this particular thing. But yes, I'll link this in the description. You can go see it for yourself. And next week, I will be streaming I'll probably start streaming on YouTube as well. I just noticed Streamlabs lets me do 2 at the same time for free now, so I'm going to give it a shot. I just can't play music. That might be a bit of a problem. Anyway, so we'll see how it goes, right? But I am taking part in this event, and I think it might be a bit goofy. So we'll see how it goes. Now, in regards to the naval update, we have found out that you're going to need to have at least a tier 2 workbench to be able to get all the boat stuff. So I'm not sure if that's going to probably ruin people's experiences, but it has been mentioned, and yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But in the charity event next week, I don't know how long it's going to go. Do you run your music stream, but not on VODs? Yeah, on my Twitch, I have the ability to turn it off, but on YouTube, they don't like it when you play music live. They will actively stop you. So yeah, it's a difference, and it's annoying, unfortunately. So yes, we should also mention Space Station Building Skin is also getting a weapon skin, and I'm under the impression it's going to be a DLC pack. I don't know what else is going to be worked on, but apparently they're mentioning like an emission layer on this LR300, this proposed Space Station weapon skin. Could this potentially have a glow-in-the-dark aim sight? You might recall when we had the pilot pack with the SAP, the M1911, a cool-looking pistol skin that glowed at night time. We're about to get an LR300 that glows at night time. We're about to see. So, all right, some sort of special. I wonder if they make a brand new type of hazmat. You know, we've got the spacesuit. What if they did a different one? Okay, we'll see how that goes. But yes, new things are being worked on. Artist pack as well. Is that going to be ready for next week? I'm not sure. Boxes DLC hasn't been mentioned for a while as well. So we'll see how everything turns out. I will say this. I don't think they want to release anything when it's January time. So they'll probably want to try and make sure they get everything nice and ready for December. But yeah, keep that in mind. So, cool. Right then, so, anything else to mention? Quite some time back I did mention that we have a brand new batch of Twitch rival skins to look forward to. I should also remind you, like the past 2 years, Facepunch has also done that like special sort of scheme where if you watch anyone streaming Rust on Twitch, you get like 5 general drops. Do you remember the Christmas skins? I'll keep my ear open. I'll ask around. I'll see if that happens again this year, right? That was super easy. Just watch anyone streaming Rust on Twitch, and you got like 5 skins. Do you remember the Christmas snowman hide clothing we got last year? The white clothing. Do you remember that? That was nice. Will we get something similar? We'll have to wait and see. So, all right, that's looking pretty, cool. But the Twitch Rivals batch, I'm finding about more and more skins. Now, earlier, of course, we already showcased the OILRAT's bit. But now, I have to showcase to you a very nice, lovely-looking Thompson. Tune in, Tordinho, we have a lovely-looking Thompson skin right here in front of you. Now, this is a bit special. You might notice the side panels, the transparency there. But the actual aim sight itself has a little bit of transparency as well. It's got that little bit extra. And to see that for yourself, we'll have to showcase it to you. Now, not sure if you've seen it yourself, but yeah, we also have this. We also have the William bed, apparently. I haven't seen like the link in it on the workshop or whatever, but I don't think he'd do that just for fun. I think he quite literally points out that, yeah, we got a brand new William bed skin on the horizon. I'll see if I can hunt that down. I would like to showcase that as well. At the very least, let's hop in game and get a good look at that Thompson. Just to give you like a nice bit of contrast, I'm wearing the cock and seaman set again. And I want to stand next to the garage door because looking at this, it looks like it perfectly pairs up with it in a way. Yeah. So, what do you reckon? Would you like to get this for absolutely free? Well, if you're not convinced, get a good look at that. So, one thing I didn't really showcase earlier is can you actually see for the transparent parts here? Not really, not really. But of course over here, yes I can. Now remember, that's just transparency. It's still a solid garage door there. You can't shoot through that. There you go. So yes, what do you reckon? Does that extra little bit of transparency that you see right there, just a little bit below the yellow, what do you reckon? It's a bit silly, but hey, you can get that for free. And I don't think anyone's going to complain. And what do you reckon? Does it blend in nicely with the garage door? What do you reckon? Now it says, well, hang on a minute, we've got a little special little Easter egg there. Nuncha desista. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. If you know what it means, feel free to comment below. Yeah, can you see that? Look at the handle. So, all right, cool. Yeah, not too bad. A nice little reload. Oh, how's it look at night time? Let's go ahead and find out. Oh, I can see that perfectly fine. Yeah. Do you see how it turns into like a white aim sight? Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Lovely. Right then. And then we'll stand next over to here where the lights are. You can see it's all nice and reflective. The jewels. Oh, look at that. Nice and shiny. Right then. Well, what do you reckon then? Would you like to get that for absolutely free? Remember to watch Junin and Todinho for, well, probably about 2 hours of your time. I'm pretty sure it'll be 2 hours of your time. There's only like one ever instance where it was like 1 hour of your time. So, alright, cool. You get the idea. Keep an eye out for Junin streams, for Todinho streams. And yeah, that could be yours. I always say this, like, you know, if you're hoping to find out where the new things are, just go to SCMM. Go to the item section. When new things are added, well, there you go. Space station building skin. No mentions of the weapon. So does the weapon just come with it? I don't know. We'll see. Twitch Rivals sofa, Twitch Rivals neon sign, and 2 wallpapers. One's just like a standard purple, and one like has the Twitch Rivals logo on it. And with this being the first ever wallpaper, I'm also like kind of under the impression that in the future we'll probably have like a kicked wallpaper batch as well. Maybe. Green sofa, kick, light. Yeah, that probably would be a thing. Wouldn't be too surprising, would it? But yes, this is the first ever instance of drops as a wallpaper. So yeah, I wonder if we actually do see wallpapers as a skinnable. Don't you think a lot of the streamers would like to have their very own wallpaper? That would be too bad of a thing. All right, anyway, so I won't be surprised that those are the general drops, and then of course 10 streamer skins. So that's the expected outcome potentially. Now chances are you probably are fully well aware of this already, because of course if we switch over to here, Protox already talked about it like a week ago. So I'll put this tweet in the description and you can go ahead and watch his video. He's already showcased it. So yeah, maybe that's going to be the general drops. Maybe there's still going to be actual like weapons and whatnot. We'll see. But yes, that means we get like a brand new purple sofa. A nice light. That's completely new, by the way, made by Facepunch themselves. So cool, lovely. Balloon pack for the lovely Rust birthday next week. So if you actually click these, you can actually see the individual thing. Comfortable bed with Twitch branded sofa. So yep, you can see all the details they have for it. And there you go, balloon pack. Fun, sassy, customizable balloons. Again, to see all the balloons, just go ahead and watch Mr. Protox's video. He's already got it. So that'll be something that's going to be added next week, it seems. 2 packs, and then not the art pack. Okay, that's fine. You don't want to have too many pack DLCs, would you? Would you? Is this something they're going to sell? What would it be here? It might be a drop. Oh, it might be a brand new drop. Who knows? We'll see. All right, then we'll have to just wait and see, all right? Balloon pack to turn your naval ship into a flying blimp. Now I want that. Why'd you say that? Now I'm upset. First, they gave us ground warfare. Then they gave us water warfare. Now I want aerial warfare. That'll be cool. Right then, so is there anything else left? I could go over to here, show you the scores. Like, if you're wondering, oh, did everybody actually like these skins? Yeah, pretty much everything here almost had a score at least of 2-to-1 in terms of upvote to downvote ratio. The lowest performing skin was the tempered bed with 1.81. That's still amazing. So I honestly hope you enjoyed all the skins. I hope you had a lovely showcase. Wow, SAP From Hell, 146,000 views. 92,000. Upvote to downvote ratio, 5-to-1 almost. So that's pretty cool. But then again, it did stay in the workshop for like 8 years. So, all right, cool. So I think we said everything. Player count, I'm happy with the player count. We end this month with a weekend, and I'm pretty confident we will surpass what we saw there. It happened last weekend. I'm pretty sure it'll happen again. And it's essentially the same. I'm not worried about that. I'm happy to see it. December Force White. Naval updates introduced. I can't help but assume a lot of people will be turning up. A lot of very curious people want to see the brand new content. They want to test out the boats themselves, don't they? I'm going to tell you this. I'm pretty sure it's going to change the way how you approach the oil rigs and all that, because you can quite literally camp oil rig. You just sit there in your boat, you just wait, put the anchor down. All right, we'll just sit. You could put down several boats. You could blockade it. I'm not joking. Things would be pretty wacky with this. So The way servers like play out from here and now, it might be different. But then again, you do need to get like a Tech 2 workbench. Anyway, so yeah, that's everything. The beginning of next month, I expect to see a lot of people. I'm personally hoping to see a peak player count over 200,000. And then, of course, at the end of the month, around the world, we're expecting a lot of people to have time off, kids out of school, you know, students out of college and whatnot, higher education. People not working as much because, of course, it's the Christmas break. All right, so end of December, rolling into the first week of January, we expect to see a lot of people playing, and we hope to see all of our skins rising up in price ever so nice, which is the best time to sell our skins. So I'm just staying a little bit optimistic. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. And now let's hop out of here and do a proper send-off. Cock. So what a weird extra skins this was. I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially see more of the cock, but yeah, it's kind of hard to get through all of that with a straight face. Thank you once again to Mr. Nothing But Dude with your lovely jokes with the hoodie pants there. And let's see how this performs. As of now, it is a bit quiet, but like with the revolver, which is currently holding up its value right now, the Olympus revolver started off quite fast, slowed down a bit, and then, well, on the final day, on the first day, it gets like an extra 10,000 subscribers almost. It's ridiculous. So if there is interest, once people realise it's actually useful and whatnot, I won't be surprised if it picks up with the sales. Let's see if it sells reasonably or ends up selling ridiculously. I will have to make a short video showcasing this, so sorry if sorry in advance, but you know, people need to know. And so that's it. That's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm rubbish at this. I can't say goodbye properly. I always ruin it. But yes, I sincerely hope you enjoyed the video. Once I'm aware of all the skins, you know, for Twitch Rivals, which will be appearing for the second week of December. I haven't been given a solid date yet, but we'll see. Once I've got all the skins, I'll happily showcase all of them to you. And yeah, that's it. That's a wrap. So, thank you very much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. Best of luck to all of you. And don't forget, the charity event is next week. I'll sit there, wait for the update, and then of course, the second it's all done, I have to hop in. I have to sink in the water. But yeah, it happens literally when the update goes free. So, catch you later. See you, goodbye.